From the Bill Fralick Athletics Center at UHAS McGinley Stadium at Penn Hills Senior High School, this is another year of the Coach's Corner. Along with the head coach of the Penn Hills Indians, Neil Gordon, I'm Bill Navari. Neil, it doesn't seem like it was that long ago whenever we were talking about the playoffs last year, and now another year is upon us, and not quite the team you had last year. A lot of new faces are going to be on the field this year.
Yeah, the people in the broadcast booth will have their work cut out for them this year for a while anyway. 9 out of 11 seniors on offense starting. The 2 backup offensive linemen on offense last year, both gone also. And 7 or 8 of the starters on defense all gone. So throw that in with our long snapper, our kickoff man, our punter, our holder, our extra point man are all gone. So it is, needless to say, a rebuilding year. There are some kids, Teddy Blakeman, Stephon Thompson, and some other kids that had some significant playing time last year, but for the most part, this is really it might be the rawest team I've ever coached here.
I mean, there will be some familiar faces, as you mentioned, on a few of them who did, fortunately, get a lot of experience last year. And when you talk about that kind of experience they had, it's got to be helpful in the fact that, as underclassmen, you really had the opportunity to get them to play.
Yeah, and got them a taste of playoff stuff and what it was like to get to the championship game. So that's all fine and dandy. The problem is that 4 of our 5 offensive linemen were on the 9th grade team last year. Aaron Donald, Archie's younger brother, is starting on the defensive side of the ball. He was on the 9th grade team last year. So these are kids that are green in the true sense of the word. They weren't even on a practice squad or a JV squad last year and had no experience with the playoff run and the trip to Heinz Field. So it's going to take time, and it's going to take a lot of patience, something that I have never had, but I'm forcing myself to try to develop very quickly, and we're just going to take this one step at a time until some of these kids get some time under their belt.
You talked about the new faces on offense. I guess the only starters coming back are Tommy Fulton and Corey Kircher. Last week, you played a powerhouse for Michigan in an opening game. 2 first downs for the Indians the entire game. Really not a lot to say highlights-wise offensively for the Indians last week. What are you looking at? What did you learn from last week, and what are you looking to put in for this week?
Well, I think on both sides of the ball, let's talk offense first. Last week, I was pleased with a few things. We didn't make a lot of stupid mistakes. There weren't a lot of holding calls, a lot of fumbled quarterback center exchanges, a lot of jumping off sides, and a lot of that garbage kind of stuff that you get early. I was also pleased with the fact that assignment-wise, we pretty much knew what we were doing. Those young kids, for the most part, attempted to block the correct man. So that's what we're going to build on. You know, the X's and O's are done. We ran a smooth offense last week. Now let's just start getting more physical and putting our head on the right side and stepping with the correct foot and, getting our heads out in pass protection, just all the little things that are next in the education process.
Defensively, when you look at the score from last week, it's 24-0. They bent a lot. They didn't break. Brother Rice put up some yardage, but the Indians came up and stopped them when they needed to. You look at their scores. They had a long field goal. They had a touchdown on a 24-yard possession. They had a Hail Mary at the end of the first half, and then a touchdown in the second half was off of an interception at the 30-yard line. So you give them the 2 short field touchdowns and the Hail Mary, there's their touchdown. So defensively, you held a powerhouse team, a team that's built for football, to only 24 points, and really I think the defense had to have a pat on the back for that.
Yeah, and I think on the other side of the ball, the defense was inconsistent. You're right. We set them up. Offensively, we called a fake punt, quote, if it was there, it wasn't there, and we went through with the fake anyway. We shouldn't have done that. The Hail Mary and the 2 turnovers put the defense in a bad way. But defensively, we played very, very well 3 out of 4 downs. We came off the ball well. We played physical, and that was a physical team. We were just very inconsistent. Good play, breakdown. A number of times they had 3rd and 14, 3rd and 15, and got it, after we had played a good 1st and 2nd down. So the offense and the defense after last Saturday were a little bit different. We didn't execute well on offense, but we were attempting the right things. On defense, we executed very well at times and then not at other times. So I think the biggest thing we got to do on defense now is look for consistency. Look to get Kenny Braswell and Teddy Blakeman in the game, two of our players, and move on from there.
Last year in your opener, you went out to Bethel Park to play a ranked Blackhawk team. Some say you might have caught them by surprise because not a lot of folks expected a lot from the Indians last year. But you went in there, you beat them on their home turf. They're coming here this year, a team that may be better than last year's team. Obviously, they're going to be looking for some revenge, and you're not going to be able to catch them off guard because they're going to be ready for you. What are you expecting out of them this week?
I'm expecting them to line up toe-to-toe and try to ram it down our throats. They're very large, very strong, powerful running backs. And although Jeff Matheny attempts to throw the ball to keep some kind of balance, his bread and butter is ramming it down your throat, and that's what he's going to attempt to do. And that's what we're trying to gear them up to stop. We can't afford to have them gut us and keep the ball all the time and have these long drives like Brother Rice had in the first quarter last week where we never even got the ball. So I expect them to, and they are better this year. I don't know where they came from. That was a senior team last year that was highly touted, and all those kids left, and all of a sudden he has a good football team. But they are very, very good, and they're very strong and very big.
That's because they have about 4,000 kids in their midget program out there.
Yeah, well, we were there for a midget night that night, weren't we? Yeah, there were about 4,000 of them. But somebody's come through on that midget program because he's got a nice football team this year. He really does.
Before we talk about our seniors of the week, let's jump back to last year. Obviously, this disappointment in the loss against Upper St. Clair in the final minute of the game. But a lot of folks may not realize that final season rankings state-wise, the Penn Hills Indians were number 2 across the state last year, and that really has to be a hats off to you and the entire Penn Hills organization.
I think that Penn Hills team last year, that wasn't all that talented of a football team. The offensive line wasn't extremely quick. They weren't very big at all, but they just gutted it out, and we were down in 5 or 6 games last year, and those young kids, Teddy Blakeman, Stefan, and those kids just kept on fighting and fighting. We're not going to lose, and they didn't. I just loved that football team last year because I never knew what they were going to do next. And, coming down the stretch, playing Gateway the second time in that game at Norwin was just unbelievable. And then going to beat Central Catholic, 2 of the greatest wins we've ever had here to earn the right to get down to Heinz Field. And, we were about 2-3 minutes away from winning that thing, too. And I think if we would have won that, we would have won the whole thing. So. Really a hats off to that team of 2006. It was a great football team. It was a great experience for me, and I hope it was a great experience for the kids too.
There's a lot of chemistry on that team. One thing I have to tell you is I was talking to the gentleman who organized that whole opener last week, the doubleheader, and it seems like the folks on the other side of the state, once you get across the mountains, they have this love affair with Penn Hills football over there that they say they would love to see Penn Hills in that kind of an opener every year. They're talking about getting you to play North Penn or going out that side of the state. What is it about Penn Hills football that people across the state seem to flock to us to watch good football?
I think it was Andy Urbanek. Andy Urbanek got the ball rolling. Andy Urbanek was the one that started it as a year-round program, lifting weights in January and the discipline and this and that, and other teams after they had gotten crushed by Andy's teams for 2, 3, 4 years at a time, started sitting back and saying, hey, we got to do this to be able to compete with Penn Hills. And that just kind of permeated through the entire state, and people started emulating what Andy was doing here at Penn Hills and turned their programs around into some big-time programs. So that mesh between Andy Urbanek and Penn Hills, I think, has lasted for a long time. And that's what I think it is.
There's a lot of tradition. Let's hope it continues. You have 3 kids with us tonight, which hopefully will carry on that tradition.
Yeah, we got 3 seniors tonight, all 3 of whom are players. And, on a team when we have so many young kids, even more emphasis for the seniors tonight. The first one, and we got the 3 first numbers here. The first one, DJ Wild, started a corner last year for us. One of the reasons why we had great success last year is because we had 2 corners that could play man and cover just about anybody, and that's what we ended up doing. And then we brought the other 8 and 9, and were able to cause some havoc. And DJ's an excellent cover corner. He's got good speed, good athletic ability, good hands. doing a lot more things for us now this year. He's going to be doing some return work for us, and he'll be in our 3 and 4 wide-out packages also. So we're solid at that corner, keep him healthy, and we're good there. A lot of places we're not so good. At DJ's corner, we're fine. The second young man, Martez Hobson, didn't play a lot last year. He was hurt for a while, and he had some medical problems for a while, but really worked hard in the offseason, came back in here, and we had him in the secondary for a while, and thought that he would and we had him at quarterback, then we had him at wide out, and it was just trying to figure out how to get him on the field and where to put him, and we're kind of getting a little bit comfortable with the idea that Martez is what we wanted outside linebacker, so that's what he's going to be playing, at least for now anyway. And he's got all the things that you need at outside linebacker. He can run and cover people man for man if he needs to. He's very intelligent because the outside linebacker spot is a little bit complicated. All the stunts and all the coverages, but Martez is more than capable of handling that mental issue. And the bottom line is he's a hitter. He'll come up and smack you just like a Penn Hills kid's supposed to come up and smack you. So look for that name. You'll be calling the games this year. Look for a lot of Martez Hobson tackles and big plays because I think the kid's more than capable of doing that. And last but not least, one of the kids that played a little bit last year, played a lot last year, Chris Perry. I think he's ranked number 1 in his class up there. The schools that are chasing after him are the Harvards and Yales and Columbias and Carnegie Mellons and those academic places. He's a good football player. He's a great student. If the rest of the kids on this team had the work ethic that Chris Perry had, this would be a good football team very, very quickly. He's just a workaholic, a joy to coach, a joy to have around, never says a word, never complains, just goes out and does whatever he has to play. So, look for Martez and Chris to be playing those 2 outside linebacker spots for now as we try to assemble what we're trying to assemble. 3 good kids that I'm very, very proud of. And like I said before, with all the young kids we have, it's the senior leadership that really needs to step up, and I'll hang my hat on all 3 of these. You got a good start for the season.
14 years now we've been doing this, and although the talent isn't always as good one year to the next or better from the year before, the one thing consistently through those years is that all the kids you brought out here have always been good kids.
Yeah, they are. I'm proud of our kids. The day that I am not proud of my kids or not proud of their character and their discipline is the day I'm just going to quietly slip out the door. But as long as I have the pleasure to work with kids like this, I love every minute of it. That doesn't mean I'm not going to get in their face and, scream and holler and this and that, but good things to work with. I'm proud to say these kids are on my football team.
And we're proud to talk to them in just a few minutes here. And best of luck to you against the Bethel Park Blackhawks, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Thank you, Billy.
Coming up next, our Seniors of the Week as the Coach's Corner continues here on Comcast and the MSA Sports Network. Our Seniors of the Week, DJ Wilds, Martez Hobson, and Chris Perry of the 2007 Penn Hills Indians. DJ, we'll start with you since you're the one closest. Indians fell a little bit short last year. There's only one place to go this year, and that's up to number 1. Do you think you guys can do it, or are you going to have fun trying?
Yeah, I think we can do it. Last year we did fall a little short, 53 seconds from probably winning the state title. And we got a lot of experience coming back in the skill positions this year. Our line's young, both offense and defensively, but they're getting better every week. So, yeah, I think by the time it's get to go and get going and you need what you need, we'll be all right. We'll be good. We'll be good to make another run. And this time we'll be able to do it.
When you get out there in the huddle this year, you see a lot of new faces. You kind of wonder, gee, am I in the right huddle?
Yeah. The first day at camp, I was like, wow, this looks totally different than the first day of last year's camp. Our team looked a lot bigger. You had Joe and Eric and Aaron and all those guys, and were like towering the top of us last year. And this year, I see all these young kids looking like, in the face, they look like they couldn't be an age over 14, 15. And they're in our huddle now, so it's just definitely different. But it's just still the same attitude towards what we got to do to get done.
What's your goal for this year as far as not necessarily winning a title, but you personally, what are you trying to get out of this season of your senior year at Penn football?
My senior year of football, besides us winning the state championship, I'm trying to, I don't know, last year I got all conference, so this year I'm trying to go for Fab 22, all state, all that, Big 33, all that stuff, type of stuff like that, whatever.
Well, best of luck to you, and if anybody can do it, we know that you can. Martez Hobson last year saw you not so much, but we did get to see you a bit last year, and when you did get the opportunity, you made the most of it. This year, everything seems to be good to go for you. What are we going to be expecting out of Martez Hobson this senior season?
I plan to do big things this year. I'm not holding back at all, so I'm just going to let it all out. I mean, I got to. It's my senior year, so I might as well.
Coach says as far as the linebacking core, you're going to be pretty much anchoring one of the outside linebacking positions. You want to talk about your role defensively and what you're going to be doing as an outside linebacker, what we're going to be seeing you do this year?
Pretty much I'll either be covering a tight end, or if not, I'll be rushing to sack the quarterback or try to break up the play, pretty much.
You talked about not holding back this season with being hurt and having some medical problems last year, your junior year, and missing most of it. Are you just looking at your senior year saying, man, these are going to be my memories, and I'm going to be making the most of every second I can?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm just trying to get what I want out of this, which is to have fun, do what I can do, and show people what I can do, and maybe go somewhere.
Well, best of luck to you. Chris, if you want to lean on down this way, Coach says that you're number one in the class, getting recruited by some Ivy League schools. Can't we expect anything better from you?
Well, you can expect a good season, and basically great playing at outside linebacker, and I'm going to do as good as I do in the classroom on the field.
We're just teasing you as far as can't you do better? But at number one, I mean, that's very, very impressive. The thing I really like to know is, we talk football all the time down here, but whenever you get somebody who's going to be one of the valedictorians and really hits the books the way that you do, how do you find the time? Because this is very time-consuming with the weightlifting and the practices and everything else. How do you find the time to juggle the athletics with the academics?
A lot of times I just use a lot of focus. Just when I'm in school, I focus primarily on school, and that's it. And with football, you just focus primarily on football, and that's pretty much it. It's all focus.
I think it's a heck of a lesson for anybody to learn, how to juggle the time and everything. I mean, do you find it difficult at all? I mean, is there a point where there might be something academically which conflicts with something athletically that, you may be torn in between, or you have to choose the academic one that it causes any kind of conflicts?
Well, my dad always told me that student athlete, you go student first and your athletic second. And when academics conflicts with athletics, then I try to put academics first all the time.
Has your dad played a big role in your life?
Yes, very big.
How so?
Well, he's raised me. He's a Marine, so I've gone around the country a lot and taken a lot of lessons from him, and he's taught me everything I know. So
you don't talk back to him, right?
No, not at all.
What can we expect from you after you graduate?
Probably see me as an aerospace engineer somewhere. The next plane you fly on probably will be designed by me, and that's where you'll see me.
You guys get to follow that. That's very impressive, Chris. I mean, a lot of folks might think that an athlete says something like that, they may not be taking them seriously, but with you, I mean, that is seriously, and Chris is that kind of an academic. Martez, you get to follow it. What can we expect from you, after high school, and who's been influencing you?
Pretty much my dad has been influencing me. He's been telling me I just need to put out and go all out. And pretty much after high school, I plan on going to college. I plan on playing somewhere. I'm not really too sure yet. I'm trying to see this year if I could get more scholarships, and if I can, what kind of scholarships. That's about pretty much.
What would you like to study when you go to school?
I would go into the study of sports management, probably become something like a sports agent. Something that field kind of interests me. So,
which maybe you can become an agent for Chris and you can sell his new airplane design. DJ, as far as you growing up, who was the heroes in your life, and what can we expect from you after you leave Penn Hills?
Growing up, the heroes of my life, well, people I like to look up to were my mom, of course, was number one, and beyond that, and like the sports and stuff, Deion Sanders and Barry Sanders, my two favorite players. I always try to be like them. But after this year, you can expect me to, I got some schools looking at me for play football or whatever, so hopefully going to probably either Maryland or Boston College and just trying to get on that field as soon as possible and represent Big Red football in a different state. Yeah.
What would you like to study when you go to school?
Either sports communications or criminology. I want to either be like a sports broadcaster or a sports analyst or like, I don't know, like in the FBI or something, maybe.
You got time. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But just, not to put Chris on the spot down there, but take a lesson from him whenever he said student-athlete. The student does come first, and if you guys get an opportunity to go play football somewhere that they're going to, pay your way, get your degree. It's going to take you guys a long, long way. And, it's been a pleasure talking to you guys. Best of luck through the season. Don't be strangers after you graduate. You guys are always welcome to come back. And we look forward to seeing great things from you this season.
Yeah.
Our seniors of the week, DJ Wilds, Martez Hobson, and Chris Perry of the 2007 Penn Hills Indians. Home schedule begins tonight. The Penn Hills Indians host the Bethel Park Blackhawks, and it's coming your way next here on Comcast and the MSA Sports Network. From UHAS McGinley Stadium at Penn Hills High School, it's the home opener of the 2007 high school football season for your Penn Hills Indians. Tonight, these Indians will play host to the Blackhawks of Bethel Park High School, making their first ever trip here to Penn Hills. A very pleasant good evening to you. I'm Bill Navari. Great to have you along again for another great season of Penn Hills High School football. The Indians dropping one last week at the hands of Brother Rice of Michigan by a score of 24-0. The Bethel Park Blackhawks, they lost to North Allegheny by a score of 19-16. Captains are on the field. The Penn Hills band is on its way off. Just a few moments away from kickoff here. The Indians will be in their gold helmets, red jerseys, gold pants, a la Florida State. Bethel Park, the Blackhawks in the black helmets, the white jerseys with the black numbers and orange trim, and the white pants with black and orange trim. So the Blackhawks have won the toss. They'll elect to get things started off here. The Indians will be moving right to left. As you view them and we view them. And we're going to get things started here. I'm glad you were able to find us now on Comcast Channel 98. Comcast moved us off of Channel 13. So please, if you know anybody else who's been looking for the broadcast, please spread the word that Big Red Football is now on Comcast Channel 98. So the Indians will get things started. A little update on the roster. To ourselves, that is Mike Faracco kicking off. And Faracco will be teeing it off at the 40-yard line. The Indians with some kicking troubles last week. Not able to get any kickoffs deep. Shortly tonight, we're going to get a shot of the tribe, the Red Rooters, I call them, down to our left, sporting the Blaine Curran tribute T-shirts. See them spackled all throughout the stadium tonight. We'll talk more about that in just a moment. And we are now underway. The Indians and the Blackhawks kick off short, taken at the 22-yard line, and that's all that's going to be going there. Nice return by Rick Vollmer for only about 3 yards, but the Indians closed quickly. Tackle on the play, Levon Robinson, and the Blackhawks will start at their own 25-yard line. Devon Taylor also in on the tackle for the Indians. And the Blackhawks, who like to run the football, will get things started. You'll see a lot of motion from Bethel Park. And it's cutting across, a lot of motion every which way, but they still like those bullet dives. And Bethel Park does indeed keep it on the ground. Lyle Marsh.
Carrying the football for Bethel Park, number 26, Lyle Marsh. Tackled by number 59, Aaron Donald.
So Aaron Darnold comes up to make the tackle. Marsh picks up 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
4 on the play, 2nd and 6.
Just underway here at Penn Hills High School. Toss near side, Marsh. Nothing doing there. He'll lose yardage, lose about a yard or two. Chris Perry coming up to make the tackle for the Indians. And Devon Taylor also helping. But that one, Chris Perry all the way. And Marsh will lose a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Clock running, 10:45 to go here, opening period. We're scoreless. Penn Hills and Bethel Park here on Comcast and the MSA Sports Network. I formation. Your quarterback is Matt Carson. Setzinger is your up back. And it'll be the delay on the draw to Marsh. And Marsh will pick up, we'll give him 2 yards on the carry. Teddy Blakeman with the tackle. Give him a yard, and Bethel Park is going to kick to the Indians. The Indians defensively last week were pretty darn good. Big question this week is, will the Indian offense show up? Only 2 first downs last week against Brother Rice. High punt, fair catch called for and made. DJ Wilds at his 45-yard line. 9:59 to go here, first period. We're scoreless. Penn Hills and Bethel Park. The Indians now about to get their opening possession of the contest. The Indians are led by their quarterback, Tommy Fulton. You'll see in the backfield Earl Carter, Stephon Thompson, Chris Darby. DJ Wilds, Dante Brown like to split along with Brandon Eiffel. And it'll be Wilds and Eiffel at the top, Dante Brown at the bottom. I formation behind Tommy Fulton. And Fulton, play action, quick look, throws away in the pass too high for Wilds at the 50-yard line, incomplete. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 for the Indians. The Indians wanted to come out rushing the football, but they're trying to keep Bethel Park from stacking that offensive line. Indians, a lot of question marks coming in on the line this season. The Indians replaced 9 of 11 starters on offense. And the Indians will call timeout. 9:54 to go, first period. We're scoreless. Penn Hills and Bethel Park on the MSA Sports Network. Look at the Indians' offensive line there. Let's bring them to you from left to right. See, number 72 is Brett Allen. Number 67 is Mike Andrika. Number 56 is Taylor Adams. Number 54 is Corey Kircher. And 30 is Stephon Thompson. 32, Teddy Blakeman. So I think we pretty much got the starters mentioned. And Taylor Adams will come over the ball, and Fulton up under center. Blakeman is your lone setback. That's Stephon Thompson in motion to the near side. And again, Fulton will throw. Has a man underneath. The pass complete to Thompson. He'll have a first down for the Indians across the 45, down to the 44-yard line. A pickup of 11 on the play. And the Indians already have half the number of first downs they had last week. So Penn Hill showing Bethel Park some new looks, not being too predictable in the offense. Now look, trips to the right. Long lead for Blakeman. Nothing doing. He does a nice job to get across the 40. Down to the 37-yard line. That was all Teddy Blakeman, all 7 yards. In fact, give him 8. It'll be second down and 2. Eiffel at the top. DJ Wild's at the bottom. Indians in a pro set. Second man. Thompson, right side, has a first down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A flag back at the 38. Let's check the call. It's going to be a holding call against the Indians, so this will come back. Going to mark it from the 38-yard line, so it'll be a 12-yard penalty. So Darby is deep in the eye. And Fulton will throw. Looking downfield to pass. No, it's not. It looked like DJ Wilds may have come up with it, but the ball falls incomplete. And it'll bring up a third down. Fulton now 1 of 3. And the opening possession, and the Indians looking at a 3rd and 13. Ball at their own 47-yard line. Boy, it's still sticky tonight, isn't it, Justin? Twins right back, split. Eiffel in motion to the near side. Fulton gets a snap, looks right, throws, launches, towards Eiffel, who's open in the pass. Just a bit long, he was there. And it'll bring up a 4th down for the Indians. The pump fake bit. It snared those defensive backs of Bethel Park who came up. Eiffel took off in the pass just about 3 yards too long for Brandon Eiffel, and Fulton will stay on and punt for the Indians. Clock will stop at the moment with 8:12. Indians faked a punt last week, and I don't think they'll do it here. Low snap. Fulton does a nice job to get it up. Nice booming kick. Fair catch made at the 13-yard line. And Bethel Park will start deep. 8:07 to go here, first quarter. The Blackhawks will have it 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line. So the Indians started that drive at the 45, their own 45. Oh, this one's coming back. There's a flag back at the 46-yard line and go against the Indians. So they started at their own 45, made it to the Blackhawk 47-yard line because of the penalty. 19 yards of total offense, a 12-yard penalty. And the Indians are going to kick again, another penalty here. So a break for Bethel Park because they were pinned inside their 15-yard line. Fulton gets to try to boom another one. Perry, the nice snap this time. Fulton with another line drive kick. Fair catch called for and made at the 23-yard line. So the 5-yard penalty gave Bethel Park 10 yards of field position. So have it with 8:01 to go here in the first quarter. We are scoreless. Neither team able to do much on their opening possessions, although the Indians did get 1 first down. And the Indian defense taking the field for the second time. First man through, follows the push ahead for 4 yards. And that would be Rick Vollmer. Aaron Donald, Archie's little brother, making the tackle. Not so little is Aaron Donald, 6'1", 242 pounds. Oh, yeah, and he's a sophomore. Carson under center for Bethel Park. Well, keep it on the ground, and the ball is loose. And it looks like Bethel Park may have been able to fall on it. Let's see what comes out of the scrum. And Bethel Park does indeed have the football. It was just laying there. Nobody seemed to know it was there. But Matt Carson was able to jump on it ahead of about 4 Indians. Be a loss of 5, so it'll be 3rd down and 11. So Lyle Marsh gets tagged with the 5-yard loss because it was he who fumbled. And it looks like Bethel Park calls timeout. Is that what it is? Yes, that's exactly what it is. Blackhawks call timeout with 6:30 to go here in a scoreless first period. I think they were trying to check I don't think they had the right personnel on the field. So the Indian defense will head to the sideline, and the Bethel Park offense will come here to the near side. So the stand's starting to fill in a little bit here. I guess they were closing the Parkway this weekend, so it would be a bit of a, hassle to get out this way and back. But Penn Hill's contingent making a nice showing. And the Indian defense coming out, standing ready. Of course, once again this year, we'd like to thank the Strauss family for supplying the refreshments in the press box. Lord knows we go through enough of the water, especially on a sticky night like tonight. But it's great to be back at UHAS McGinley and playing some football. Bethel Park to throw, gets away, does Carson, and does not get back to the line of scrimmage. Coming up to make the tackle, Barry Morrison and Gabe Wright. It'll be loss of a yard. And Bethel Park will have to kick back to the Indians. Clock now is running. There's a flag. Oh, false start, which means it's a dead ball foul. And the Indians don't get a choice in the matter. So no, I guess they're going to, I guess they were able to decline it. So the loss of a yard stands. DJ Wilds will be back at his 47-yard line. High snap into the end zone. Bethel Park, nice job getting the kick away. Holy cow. Wow, Ethan Talbot, heads up play there. That's the Australian rules football kick out of the end zone. The Indians will have nice field position at their own 40, at the Bethel Park 40-yard line. 5:47 to go here in the half. Of course, joining us in the booth once again, our spotter, William. Fulton will be under center. And there's another fumble. This one by the Indians, and Tommy Fulton falls on it.
recovered by the Indians.
Fulton doing a nice job of falling on the ball, but it'll be he who gets tagged with the 2-yard loss. We'll call it 2nd and 12. And a flag comes in. The Indians go in the wrong direction.
Flag on the play, procedure against the Indians. 5-yard penalty.
So the Indians' legal procedure, otherwise known as a false start. Offensive line moved. And the Indians are 2nd and 17. Blakeman. Maybe 2.
Kenny Blakeman, the ball carrier for the Indians. Tackled by number 56.
Sean Malarkey with the tackle for the Blackhawks.
3rd down.
Delayed to Blakeman, has a bit of a hole, closes quickly. 2 yards. Indians will be looking at a 4th down. Adam Lazenga with the tackle for Bethel Park.
Assisting on the tackle, the sack. Makes it 4th down for Penn Hills.
Alex Tarr back for Bethel Park. High snap. Fulton gets it down, gets the kick away. And the kick will roll, and the Indians will down it at the 15-yard line. Chris Perry with the down. And with 3:10 to go, Bethel Park will have it deep in their own territory, this time at their own 15-yard line. And neither team really being able to do much today. 4 possessions, 4 punts. No, that's just a couple. Dan Mason with the tackle. Seitzinger with the carry. Called a pickup of 2. It's called 2nd down and 8. And clock at 2:25 and running here in a scoreless first period. Carson to throw, steps in the pocket, looks downfield, has a man, and a pass too far. Open was Casey Burke, but the pass too far. And to bring up a 3rd down and 7 for Bethel Park. Third and 7. Bethel Park keeps it on the ground. ahead for about 4 yards. Lyle Marsh. Making the tackle for the Indians, Gabe Wright, and it'll bring up a 4th down. And Wilds will be back at his own 50-yard line. Good snap this time. The Indians almost blocking it. Wilds will watch it bounce. Will pick it up at the 41-yard line. Tries to find some room to the right. Flag comes flying from about 40 yards away. Adam Lazenga with the tackle. Penn Hills will have it with 1:20 to go in the quarter, but where will they have it? Probably about 15 yards from where the flag is at the 49. I'm telling you, whoever threw that flag threw it about 30 yards. The Indians' worst field position of the night. Fulton under center. Backs are split behind him, and he'll throw. 3-step drop, looking downfield. DJ Wells has it and out of bounds at the 34-yard line. On the coverage was Alex Tarr, but Fulton 3 steps, throws Wilds underneath it, 33 to 34. 39-yard line to the 34-yard line. Fulton again, no, on the delay. No, he does throw. Play action, and oh my. Had a couple receivers out there, and it gets thrown in between them. A lot of action, no score. Wilds, the senior, comes in motion to the near side. Eiffel, the sophomore. At the top of your screen, backs are split behind Fulton. And the Indians use their second timeout. 1:08 to go here, first quarter, scoreless. Penn Hills, Bethel Park here on Comcast and the MSA Sports Network.
Fans would like to remind you to please support the Penn Hills Senior High School Band Parents Association by visiting the concession stand for all of your food and beverage needs. The concession stand is conveniently located inside the Bill Fralick Athletic Center. And fans, don't forget that each and every home day here at U.S. McKinley Stadium, you have the chance to win some cold, hard cash. See your nearest Penn Hills Booster football representative for a 50-50 ticket for tonight's game. Tonight's winner will be announced at the beginning of the second half. Thank you.
Fulton will bring the Indians under center on a 2nd down and 10. Darby looks to get to the outside, will cut it back, has a small hole. Gets down to the 27-yard line, a pickup of 6 on the play, making the tackle for Bethel Park, Lyle Marsh.
Tackle by number 32, Slater.
6 yards, it'll be 3rd and 4.
Third down and 4.
Clock now under 30 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Still scoreless. Fulton will throw. Gets the pass away. The pass complete. First down, Indians. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Brandon Eiffel ran out of bounds by Pat Rulong. And the Indians will have it 1st and 10 at the Bethel Park 14-yard line. A pickup of 13 on the play and a first down for the Big Red. Clock stops with 20 seconds to go. Second man through is Thompson, and Bethel Park's there waiting for him. He'll lose a yard on the play. Kevin Diebold making the tackle for Bethel Park, and the clock will expire here in quarter number 1. After one period of play, Bethel Park 0, Penn Hills 0. You're watching Penn Hills Indians football on Comcast and the MSA Sports Network. Second quarter about to get underway here. We are scoreless. Penn Hills, Bethel Park, the Indians with a second down and 12. We'll call it 11 at the 15-yard line. Blakeman with a hole inside the 5. Touchdown, Penn Hills! Teddy Blakeman from 15 yards. The Indians on the board for the first time in 2007. A late flag comes in, but nonetheless, the Indians have 6 on the board. Oh, the call is going to go against Bethel Park. So I think the Indians will probably want to take it on the kickoff. Oh, no, they're going to mark it off against the Indians. Okay. The officials pointed in the wrong direction. So a 15-yard penalty. We mark it back to the 17.5-yard line. And the Indians will try a 35-yard extra point. Mike Farraco will try the point after. The kick is up. And he made it! 35-yard extra point for Farraco. And the Indians up 7-0. Wow, that was a long kick for only being worth 1 point. But nonetheless, the Indians up 7-0. Indians scoring. And then Farraco, the 35-yard extra point. We're just checking. Was that Farraco or was that Stephon Thompson? We have to double check that one. I don't know. I thought it was Farraco, but Greg's down in the stand saying it wasn't him. Lyle Marsh back. But it goes to the up man. That's Zach Hay. And Hay with a lane across the 30. Making hay to the 33-yard line. Dan Mason with the tackle. I think it was Stephon Thompson then? Stephon Thompson, a 35-yard extra point. Bethel Park takes the kick, returns it to the 33-yard line. Official stopping play here for a moment. Nothing doing there for Marsh. Making the tackle Gabe Wright once again, a loss of 3. And Blackhawks looking at a 2nd down and 13. Carson under center for Bethel Park. Play action, rolls to his right, under pressure, gets the pass away. The pass complete. No, it's not, it's incomplete. Chris Perry on the coverage. Breaks it up, no gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 13 for the Blackhawks. They trail 7-0 here with 10:57 to go here in the half. And Bethel Park will use the timeout. 10:57 to go here, first half. Penn Hill 7, Bethel Park nothing. And the Indians will head to the sideline. Beautiful night here at Uhas McGinley Stadium. Bethel Park 3rd and 13. Carson will roll to his right, looks, throws underneath, the pass way too short. Stephon Thompson the closest man to it, and he was an Indian. So it'll bring a 4th down for Bethel Park. They'll have to kick once again. And the clock stops, 10:51 to go. Wilds at the 41, catches it and is hit right away. And I think they will give him the 41-yard line. Brent Cunningham on the coverage for Bethel Park. The Indians will have it at their 41-yard line, and I don't think any time ticked off the clock. Fulton, straight drop, throwing over the middle. Dante Brown inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line. "21 yards and another Indian first down. Abe Berger, the tackle for Bethel Park, but the Indians move the sticks once again. This is Blakeman. Down to the 45-yard line. Setzinger with the tackle. Picking up of 3. 2nd and 7 now for your Big Red. They lead 7-0 over the Bethel Park Blackhawks. And the Indians looking for more. Clock rolling, 9:50 to go here in the first half. And the Indians take too much time. So instead of 2nd and 7, it'll be 2nd and 12. Power I behind Fulton. And it'll be Blakeman trying to find a lane left side and does. Blakeman down to the 35. Picks up 5 on the play. Marsh on the tackle for Bethel Park.
Number 32, Taylor Blakeman carries the ball for the Indians, tackled by number 26, Marsh. Assisting on the tackle, Zachary Hay.
And the Indians looking at a 3rd and we'll call it a long 6, short 7. Thompson, second man through. We'll have a first down for the Indians and more. Thompson down inside the 20-yard line. Will go down at the 19, it looks like. 16 yards and a first down for the Indians. Setzinger again with the touchdown-saving tackle, and the Indians with a first down at the Bethel Park 19-yard line. My, what a run by Thompson. Clock running at 8:40 to go here first half. Towards the end zone. Does Eiffel have it? He does! Eiffel up and over the top. Comes in for the Indian touchdown. Oh, my! 19 yards. The Indians strike again. Brandon Eiffel on the jump ball. Comes down with it. And the Indians score again. Dual possession goes to the receiver. We saw that last year at North Hills. Keene trying the point after the kick is no good. Eiffel, the 19-yard pass from Tommy Fulton, his first of the year. And the Indians up 13-0. Five plays, 59 yards go the Indians. Fracos kickoff high, short, at the 25-yard line. Well, the Indians, nice coverage, only to the 30-ish. Look like. Chris Darby with the tackle for the Indians. And Bethel Park will start at their own 30-yard line. Carson throwing down over the middle, and the pass overthrown. Dante Brown, the closest man to it. Pass was intended for Casey Burke, and it'll be an incompletion. 2nd down and 10 for Bethel Park. Clock stops, 8:03 to go here, first half. Bethel Park keeps it on the ground, out across maybe 5 yards or so goes Lyle Marsh. In fact, give him a pickup of about 8 yards. And nothing doing there, trying to fancy the Indians, Andy L.E. But Dan Mason staying at home. Lee will lose 2, and Bethel Park will have to kick to the Indians. Wilds will drop back. The Indians will bring the punt receiving team on. And Ethan Talbot will kick for the Blackhawks. Indians playing for a return. Kick will bounce at the 37-yard line, and DJ backs away from it wisely, and the ball will go dead at the 26-yard line. 6:33 to go here, first half. Penn Hills 13, Bethel Park nothing. You're watching Penn Hills Indians football on Comcast and the MSA Sports Network. Fulton looks looks left, pass complete underneath. And it'll be another first down for the Indians. Blakeman on the reception. We'll pick up 14 and a first down. John Shedeman with the tackle for Bethel Park. Clock running at 6:15. Eiffel in motion. There's a flag coming in. I think he cut up before the. I think Eiffel cut up before the play went off, but they're going to say the pass is intercepted by Marsh. Let's see, does the play count? If you cut up, well, that'll be an illegal motion. So the play should count. There's an illegal motion call against the Indians. The penalty is declined, obviously. And Bethel Park will take possession with 5:53 to go here in the first half. They'll have it at their own 41-yard line. Marsh, made the interception with the carry, picks up about 4. Tackle on the play by the Indians, Kenny Lander. And Dan Mason. Marsh again, and nothing doing there. Barry Morrison with the tackle for the Indians. No gain, we'll call it. Now maybe loss of a yard. Call -1. It'll be 3rd and 7. Great job of spotting up here in the booth for me tonight. Young William. Back once again. Enjoying yourself, William?
Yes.
Doing a fine job, I want you to know.
Okay.
Supposed to say thank you.
Well, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. From the shotgun, Carson. Deep drop, under pressure, throws underneath the pass. Completed, bobbled. High kick. DJ Wild's fair catch. Very conservatively, but the Indians get the possession, and that's the important thing. 4:29 to go here in the half. The Indians will have it at their own 25-yard line, and they lead by 13. Fulton keeps it himself. Looks like maybe a busted play, but Fulton will come up for a gain of 2. Clock running, 3:45 to go first half. The Indians up 13-0. Little delay to Darby, and Darby maybe a yard. Adam Lazenga tackle for the Blackhawks. Clock under 3.5 to go. Thompson. Bethel Park, nice job defensively. No gain on the play. Lazenga once again with the tackle. It'll be 4th down for the Indians. Bethel Park with 1 timeout left. They don't use it. Clock will roll at 2:40. The Indians can let this roll down to about 2:10 before kicking. Fulton's kick will come to the near side and roll out of bounds at the 41-yard line. 2:11 to go. Or is it Bethel Park? My guess it would be the Indians. Looking to try to get another possession back. Surprising, if you remember last year, we were out at Bethel Park, the place was packed. And sliding into second base, Matt Carson. So Bethel Park to line up to kick. The Indians, I would think, would try to set up a return and try to get some kind of decent field position. They will. Wilds, watch this one hit. It's a short punt. And Bethel Park will let it go dead, but the Indians will have it at the 41-yard line. 1:10 to go. Alex Tarr downs it. And the Indians have the possession there. I see Grandma Rainey down there. And Mom and your sister Sam's down. We'll check them out getting the tee. Earl Carter showing some dancing and some speed. Carter up the sideline. I told you, give Carter lane, and Carter will go, and he did. Earl the Pearl from the 41 down to the 36-yard line. 23 yards for number 23. And a first mark of the Indians on third down. Go hurry up. And they'll spike it. We'll bring up a 4th down and 4. I don't think the Indians are going to bring out the kicking team. It'll be a 47-yard field goal. And the Indians took too much time. Oh, my. Second one of the half for the Indians. Fulton will throw. No doubt there. Looking. Eyeful. Oh, drops it at the 12. I think he was looking at having his feet in before catching the football. It would have been a first down deep for the Indians. They will turn it over with 33 seconds to go. Bethel Park will get it at their own 35-yard line. Wow. Draw play. Marsh has a lane, has a first down. Wow. Clock will stop with 27 seconds. All the Indians had to do was tackle him, and I'm sure Bethel Park would let the clock run out. Carson will throw, looking deep, man wide open at the 26-yard line. Touchdown, Bethel Park. Oh my, shades of last week. Thought Bethel Park would try to run out the clock, but why should they? Shed him in a 54-yard pass from Carson. Bethel Park gets on the board with 16 seconds to go. Indians will get the ball to start half number 2. Wow. Penalty flag, a face mask call against the Indians will go on the kickoff. And the kick is up and good. 16 seconds remain here in in the first half. Yes. Score Penn Hills 13, Bethel Park 7. Oh, lordy, lordy. Two weeks in a row, a long pass. Just before the half. Bethel Park gets back in it. Clarification here in the press box. The quarterback is Eric Olson. For Bethel Park. Officials will now mark off the 5-yard penalty. Bethel Park still without a penalty in the game. Thompson at the 19-yard line. Spins across the 20. Excuse me, that's Darby. Darby across the 24 out to the 25. And put some excitement into the crowd. And Fulton takes the knee. And that'll do it after one half of play. Penn Hills 13, Bethel Park 7. Back with second half action right after this. Here on the MSA Sports Network and Comcast, Channel 98. Second half action about to get underway here at Uhas McGinley Stadium with the score. The Penn Hills Indians 13 to Bethel Park Blackhawks 7. Here to give you some stats and rundown of the first half. None other than my spotter, William Navari.
Teddy Blakeman with 6 carries, 35 yards. Stephon Thompson with 4 carries, 13 yards. Tommy Fulton, 6 of his 12 passes, 71 yards. He threw 1 reception, 1 touchdown pass. Brendan Eiffel, 19-yard touchdown reception. Wow, that was a big play. 16 seconds left in the half. Bethel Park throws a 54-yard touchdown caught by to cut the score to Penn Hills 13, Bethel Park 7.
Fine job, young William. And that's a score. Captain's coming out onto the field. You're giving me time to eat my hot dog. And the captains will make their way to the field. Hey, Bob. Bob, our camera guy for the year. Down off to the left there in front of the bleachers, you see the kids down there. They make their way to every home game. Not every home game, all the games. They're in front of the bleachers. Come on, back a little bit more. And I think it's a bit to your left. There we go. Now starting to come into picture way down in front. You see a lot of them down there have the red T-shirts on with the number 53 on them. And that is to honor Penn Hills High School Principal Blaine Curran, who passed away last month of brain cancer. He's principal at the high school, a coach at the Penn Hills Midget Football Association for many, many years, Penn Hills Wrestling. Born and raised in Penn Hills, went away to college, came back, lived in Penn Hills all his life. If anybody bled red and gold, it was Blaine Curran. A good friend to everybody, and he most certainly is missed by all. But as you can see by those red 53 T-shirts, he was a man who is most definitely loved. And of course, all our best to Beth and kids Delaney and Tucker. And our second half kickoff goes out of bounds on the far side. So the Indians will start in good field position following the mark-off of the penalty. The Indians will get it at the 40-yard line.
Isn't that illegal to keep the out of bounds?
Yes, it is illegal. So now joining us in the booth here is, your name is?
Samantha.
Samantha what?
Kata.
Good.
Samantha Rainabari.
And how old are you?
6.
Where do you go to school?
Washington.
And who's your teacher?
Miss Bell and Miss Cat.
Oh, yeah. Do you still see Mrs. Mastriano?
Yes.
You remember her son played last year, huh?
Yes.
So are you enjoying the game tonight?
Yes.
Who's winning?
Indians.
You know the score?
13-7.
You're good. You know this football stuff, don't you? Okay. Oh, looks like the what's Bethel Park? They're going to kick again. So you like coming to the football games?
Yes.
And what do you do every night? You're a cheerleader, aren't you?
Yes.
For who?
Scout.
Penn Hill Scouts. Okay. And you're in action, what, Sunday at East Allegheny?
Yes.
Yes. You weren't sure there. Okay. You going to sit and watch Daddy work now? Okay, there's a chair right there. You want to sit down in that chair right there? And now we're underway here again for the second half. That's Chris Darby on the return. We'll get across the 35 to the 37-yard lines. And does it seem like it's hotter here in the second half? Oh, my goodness. I mean, you don't want to get graphic. The sweat is starting to pour off us.
First and 10, Big Red at their own 38-yard line.
So the Indians will start at their own 38-yard line. Fulton, play action, looking, near side, has a man underneath and in and out of the hands of Stephon Thompson at the 45-yard line.
Fulton's pass intended for number 30, Stephon Thompson, is incomplete. Covered on the play by Tar.
I'm telling you, you really can't see anybody that plays the sells the play action like Tommy Fulton. Goodness for the Strauss family and the water supply up here. Is that you, Justin? You bring? Oh, it's. Fulton again to throw, looking down the sideline, has a man and just too far for DJ Wilds.
Tom Fulton's pass intended for number 2,
And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 10.
Zachary Hay covering on the play. Third down.
You know, the Indians, a dominating first half by the Penn Hills Indians. Bethel Park could do nothing. But that late, long touchdown pass right before the half expired on some blown coverage. And Bethel Park back in it at 13-7. And the Indians, their third delay of game penalty tonight. So the Indians will be looking at a 3rd and 15.
Delay of game penalty assessed against the Indians. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
Fulton has Thompson in the flat, looks downfield, a pass, pops out of the hands of Blakeman into the, yes, Bethel Park has it at the 41-yard line. Zachary Hay with the interception. Stephon Thompson was open on the near side. The pass rifled to Blakeman and it popped high into the air. And Bethel Park hauls it in, 11:37 to go here in the third quarter. Great starting field position for Bethel Park at the Indian 41-yard line. And Bethel will pound it ahead for a yard.
Lyle Marsh, the ball carrier.
Marsh with the carry.
Tackle by Doug Smith.
Doug Smith with
And
the tackle.
Devon Taylor.
That'll be 2nd down and 9 after the 1-yard pickup. Olsen to throw, rolls to the near side, hit as he throws, and the pass to nobody. And nothing called. He was between the hash marks. And there was nobody nearby, and Chris Perry is down at the 47-yard line. So 10:54 remain here in quarter number 3. It's Penn Hills 13, Bethel Park 7. Bethel Park with a 3rd and 9 at the Indian 40-yard line following the interception. 2 interceptions on the night against Tommy Fulton and the Indians. And Chris Perry gets up and will get helped off the field. One of our seniors of the week. Perry will be one of the valedictorians. And that'll be a big loss for the Indian defense.
Third down and 9.
Olsen throwing underneath the pass. No, they're going to roll it incomplete. So Bethel Park, following the turnover, cannot take advantage. It'll be 4th down and 9 at the 40-yard line. And I would assume the punting unit would come on.
Fourth down. Back deep to receive for the Indians, number 2, DJ Wilds.
Wilds will drop back. Bethel Park does indeed send out the punting unit. It took a long time. Kick high. Wilds calling for the fair catch and makes it at the 15-yard line. So the Indians will start deep in their own territory with 10:42 to go here in the third quarter.
Once again, to remind you, season tickets for the Big Red 2007 regular season are now available. Stop by or phone the Penn Hills Athletic office for your season pass and follow the Indians at home all season long.
So the Blackhawks go 3 and out. And the Indians get the ball back. Fulton will throw again. Dante Brown on the near side, launching one. And it'll be picked off for the third time tonight. DJ Wilds pulled up on the pattern. And there's a sideline for Bethel Park. And he'll be ridden out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle by Brett Allen.
Number 7, Alex Carr.
Fulton put that one up. There was nobody there but Alex Carr. And then when he did catch it, it seems like nobody went after him. And he had the sideline and was ridden out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Penn Hills, 1-yard line. First and goal, Bethel Park.
Olsen keeps it himself. Does he get in? It looks like he does, and he does indeed.
Quarterback keeper, Eric Olsen on the quarterback keeper. Touchdown, Bethel Park.
And Bethel Park ties it, and they are a conversion away from going ahead. And unbelievable. After an incredibly dominating first half by the Indians, they're about to trail. The kick is up and good. 10:26 to go. Third quarter, it's 14-13 Bethel Park. There's a flag. I'm going to bring him out and make him do it again. And it looks like they're going to make him do it again here. It's a holding call. So it'll be another long extra point.
Talbot once again to attempt the extra point.
Now the extra point is up. And it's good. So the penalty is moot. 10:26 to go. Bethel Park 14, Penn Hills 13 here on Comcast and the MSA Sports Network.
Back to receive for the Indians, number 2, Wiles, number 8, Devon Taylor, number 34, Gardner.
Bethel Park with 2 touchdowns and about $140. Wilds from his own 3-yard line tries to find some room to run, has a bit of a wall across the 30. The 35 goes down at the 37-yard line. So the Indians will have some decent field position. And they trail for the first time tonight.
Wild returns the ball to the Penn Hills 39-yard line. First and 10, Big Red.
So we'll see how the Indians respond trailing. Again, Bethel Park, 2 touchdowns in about 1:40. Both off of Indian mistakes. Blankman, big haul across the 50. We'll have a first down for the Indians.
Teddy Blankman, the ball carrier for the Indians. Tackled by number 26, Lyle Park. That's a big red first down.
13 yards and a first down for the Indians. Lyle Marsh with the tackle for Bethel Park. And the Indians with the hurry up. Or the no huddle, I should say. Bethel Park was waiting for Blakeman. Should have been dropped for a loss of 4, but instead gets back to the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Blakeman, the ball carrier again. Tackled by Doolin.
And it'll be second down and 10. Fulton. Looked like he was going to set up the screen, and it's picked off again. And he'll return it back to the 30-yard line. His second of the night for Alex Tarr. Third interception of the half for Tommy Fulton. And Bethel Park at the Indian 30-yard line. He had backs going in each direction. It looked like it was designed to be a little swing screen pass. Fulton threw it up. Only one there was Alex Tarr. Indians have run 7 plays in the half. 3 of them have been interceptions. Down to the 26-yard line, Setzinger.
Number 32, C.J. Seitzinger, carries the ball for Bethel Park. Tackled by Morrison and Eichel. Flag on the play.
Flag back at the 32-yard line. Let's check the call. Usually that means holding. It's an unsportsmanlike conduct call against Bethel Park. That's a dead ball foul. They're going to mark it off, I think, from the line of scrimmage, which is the 27. From the 26.
Dead ball foul.
From the 25.
Sportsmanlike conduct against Bethel Park.
Sometimes I don't get the spots on things. Setzinger again.
Seitzinger, the ball carrier, tackled by Mason.
Danny Mason makes the tackle. Setzinger only for a couple, if that. We'll call it 3.
Is he out there?
And it's going to be third down and long for Bethel Park. Trying to take advantage of another Indian turnover. They already have 7 points off the interception here in the half. Fulton throwing 3 here in the third quarter. 4 total in the game. Olsen throws underneath, has a man, and he'll be ridden out of bounds. Martez Hobson coming up to make the play.
Complete to number 8, Jay Bruce. Tackled by Martez Hobson.
Down to the 32-yard line. Pickup of about 5. We'll call it 4th down and 12. They'll keep the offense on the field.
4th down for Bethel Park.
Marsh in motion. Olsen under pressure from behind, launches one downfield, and a pass overthrown. Brandon Eiffel on the coverage intended for Daryl Huff Davis. And Bethel Park will turn it over on downs at the 32-yard line. So no damage done there by the interception, and the Indians will get the ball. A lot of flags come flying in. Goes against the Indians. Indians self-destructing here. Led 13-0, was dominating. Bethel Park on a long pass just before the half expired. 16 seconds left on some blown coverage. Left a man wide open behind the defense. Cut the lead to 13-7. And Bethel Park returns an interception to the 1. Gets the go-ahead touchdown. They're up 14-13. Darby for 3.
Chris Darby, the ball carrier. Tackled by October. And Buckley.
Thompson in motion near side. Toss, Darby looking for a lane off the right. Nothing there, ridden out of bounds for no gain. Pat Rulon on the tackle for the Blackhawks. And it'll be 3rd down and 12 for the Indians, and another passing down. Fulton has thrown 5 passes here in the half, completed none, 3 interceptions. Play action to Darby, looking downfield for Mason, and a pass too far. They bring up a 4th down for the Indians. Shadaman on the coverage against Mason. And Fulton will have to stay on to punt.
Back deep for kick for the Indians, number 18, Fulton. Deep to receive for Bethel Park, Pause, and Shadaman.
Fulton, high kick, fair catch called for and made by Shadaman at the 45-yard line.
Tar calls for the fair catch at the Bethel Park 45-yard line.
And Bethel Park will take over. 5:58 to go here, 3rd quarter. Bethel Park 14, Penn Hills 13. Bethel Park with the ball at the 45-yard line. Marsh looking to go left, has a big hole, has a 1st down, and has the ball across the midfield stripe down to the Indian 40-yard line. 15 yards for Marsh, and a 1st down for Bethel Park. Dante Brown makes the tackle for the Indians. And it looks like this one's coming back. Flag at the 47. And we're going to mark off a holding call. I do believe. And there it is. So it'll be 1st and 12. First man through, nothing doing. Danny Mason comes up to make sure of that. Vollmer, the ball carrier for Bethel Park, gets a yard. And we'll call it 2nd down and almost 10. Slightly more than 10. Olsen, the throw. Under pressure, gets the pass away, and a pass. In and out of the hands of Casey Burke. And it'll bring up a 3rd down for Bethel Park. The clock will stop with 4:53 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Olsen coming near side, has a man underneath, look, has nowhere to go with it, throws to the near side. Is the pass complete? Yes, it is. Marsh with the reception. He'll be short of the 1st down. 8 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th and 2. See if Bethel Park lines up and if they run a play or just try to draw the Indians off. Somebody call timeout. Oh, apparently the injury on the near side is somewhat serious. Sure taking a while. Players still down on the sideline about the 40-yard line. The official standing there looking over them. So Bethel Park will line up to kick. DJ Wilds, fair catch called for at the 11. No, he fumbles it, picks it up. And where are they going to spot him? I think they're going to give him the 9-yard line. I think they are going to mark him at the 9-yard line. Indians long way to go, 4 minutes to go in the half, 3rd quarter. Which is a quarter I think the Indians would be thankful to end quickly. Have committed 3 turnovers and have, oh no, look at this one's coming back. Penalty against Bethel Park. I don't know, maybe the Indians going to catch a break. Procedure penalty against Bethel Park will cost them 5. And we'll have to kick again. The Indians were inside their own 10-yard line. See if Penn Hills could take advantage of the Bethel Park mistake. I think only the 2nd penalty of the night for the Blackhawks. Kick away, short. Wild from the 21-yard line. And gets to the 22. So the Indians get 13 yards out of it.
number 1, Cunningham, assisted by number 6.
Cunningham and Hay on the tackle for Bethel Park. So a good friend Guy Junker in attendance tonight of ESPN Sports Radio, 1250. We have to razz him. He lives in Allison Park. He's a Bethel Park grad. He's making the short distance down here from the Shaler area to Penn Hills to watch his alma mater play. Blakeman to the 20. He'll lose 2. It'll be second down and 12. Indians offense moved the ball quite well in the first half. They've done nothing here in the second half. First 3 possessions of all 3 have ended via interception. Fulton rolls to his right, throws underneath in the pass through the hands of Dan Mason. It'll be second down and 12. Third and 12, Fulton looks things over. Bethel Park sets their defense. Fulton with the straight drop. Looks downfield, has a man, and just too far for DJ Wilds. And that'll bring up a 4th down for the Indians. The only good news of that is this possession didn't end via the turnover. Indians' possessions have ended by interception, interception, interception. Now back-to-back punts. And the Indians fake the punt and get the first down. Stephon Thompson across the 35 to the 37. And oh my, usually I have an inkling when they're going to pull that, and they haven't caught me on that one. Anthony Cirillo with the tackle. First down of half number 2 for the Indians. Could that be the spark they needed? Stephon Thompson, 17 yards. Blakeman. Nothing there. Cloud of dust comes flying up. We wouldn't have that if we had turf, you know. Loss of a yard for Blakeman. Lazenga with the tackle. And it'll be second down and 11. Clock running under 2:10 to go here, quarter number 3. Bethel Park 14, Penn Hills 13. Remember, if you're watching, tell your friends we are now on Comcast Channel 98. Pass near side. Dante Brown, second catch of the game. Gets the sideline across the 50. Ridden out of bounds. Hit Bethel Park territory at the 40-yard line. Shademan with the tackle. 23 yards on the reception. And a first down for Dante Brown. First completion of the half for Tommy Fulton, I do believe. Now, what do we got here? Flag back at the 32. Homina. And this one's coming back.
There's his call for a procedure penalty. He'll beat the down.
Illegal procedure, false start. Somebody moving before the snap after they're set. Legal procedure, false start. One and the same, basically. Dante Brown, who had the reception canceled, he's going to throw. Looking back to Fulton up the sideline. Oh, Tommy Fulton was wide open. So I thought he was going, and he threw the ball deep to DJ Wilds. And that'll be an incomplete pass. It's now 3rd and long. Oh, I thought that was going to go back to Fulton all the way, and he was open. Oh, was he open? Dante Brown, his first pass of the season. Now the Indians, after pulling off that beautiful fake punt, it'll look like they wind up right back punting again if they don't get something here. 3rd and a long way to go. Draw play. Blakeman will get across the 38 to the 39-yard line. A pickup of 7. It'll be 4th and about 9 for the Indians. Back-to-back fakes? I would expect not. Oh, my, was Tommy open. Oh, was he open. Fulton's kick high, taken at the 30-yard line, and going down there. Mr. Senior of the Week, Martez Hobson with the tackle. Bethel Park will have it at their own 30-yard line. Marsh will have a first down, and finally ridden out of bounds by Thompson at the 49-yard line. 19 yards for Marsh and a first down. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go. Penn Hills will be taking on East Allegheny. First man through, maybe 2 yards. So Doug Smith comes up to make the tackle. Bomer with the carry. Fourth quarter about to get underway here at Uhas McGinley Stadium. Bethel Park 14, Penn Hills 13. Marsh keeping it on the ground. Cuts it back inside the 40-yard line. We'll have a first down for Bethel Park in Penn Hills territory at the 33. Danny Mason with the tackle. 18-yard pickup. And Bethel Park moving the sticks. Bethel in the eye. Slot right. Double tight. We'll bring a double tight, bring a tight end in motion to the near side to go unbalanced, but it looks like somebody, no, Bethel Park calls timeout. 11:24 to go, fourth quarter. Blackhawks up by 1 here on Comcast and the MSA Sports Network. Marsh, near side, has a hole, has a lane inside the 20, down inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 15. 17 yards for Marsh. Another first down. Wow, Marsh coming alive here. And this drive alone, 3 carries, 54 yards. Unofficially 63 yards here in the half. No, 71 yards. Marsh again. Marsh, same hole. Inside the 11 down to the 10. Danny Mason making the tackle, but Bethel Park just driving it out here. Wow, Bethel Park's O-line just blasting the Indians off the ball here late. First man through is Setzinger. He'll get 2 down to the 8-yard line. Brett Allen with the tackle for the Indians. Marsh inside the 5, dives ahead. Does he get there? No, he doesn't. He'll be inside the 1. It'll be first and goal. 7 yards. DJ Wilds with the tackle. But it'll be first and goal from the 1-yard line. They'll look for Marsh to come this way, or the quarterback keeper will keep it again, does Olson. And the surge gets him into the end zone. Oh, did they? No. Nope, no gain on the play. It'll be second down and goal at the goal line. Why not just do it again?
Second down.
Looked to me like he got in. Doug Smith credited with the stop. Once I get in, what do? Do you go for 2? Do you kick 1 and make it an 8-point lead? Or do you go for 2 and make it a 9-point lead? Olsen again. I don't think he made it this time. No, this time they give it to him. Looked like the Indians actually stopped them this time, but a second effort made it into the end zone, and Bethel Park up by 7, and they'll line up to make it an 8-point game. And the kick is up, and it's good. 8:21 to go here, fourth quarter. Bethel Park 21, Penn Hills 13 here on Comcast and the MSA Sports Network. Bethel Park goes 70 yards in 9 plays, all on the ground. Now have an 8-point lead over the Indians. Darby from the 24-yard line. Well, get up to the 30. Well, if you recall last year, the Indians went out to Bethel Park and capitalized on Bethel Park mistakes to knock off the Blackhawks there. Now Bethel Park looking to return the favor.
First and 10, Big Red at their own 30-yard line.
A lot of time left for the Indians, but they need to get the offense moving. Blakeman with a hole near side across the 40, the 50, and into Bethel Park territory to the 49-yard line. 21 yards on the carry, first down, Penn Hills. And that's what the doctor ordered. Blakeman has a hold, close to another first down and has it. Blakeman down to the 38-yard line, picks up 11. And another Indian first down. Blakeman, 2 carries, 32 yards here in this possession. And the Indians go no huddle. And a broken play there. Fulton will be dropped for a loss back at the 40-yard line. Looked like a little bit of confusion on the play. Fulton, quick out to the near side. Eiffel inside the 35, fights his way ahead to about the 34-yard line, a pickup of 6. I do believe that's his first completion of the second half. Oh, that is pickup of 6. It'll be 3rd and 6. Blakeman getting to the outside, inside the 30, 25, pulls his way ahead to the Bethel Park Blackhawks 23-yard line. 11 yards for Blakeman and another Penn Hills first down. So clock stopped for the moment with 6:40 to go. The Indians down by 8. Fulton, wide receiver screen. Eiffel inside the 20 down to about the 15-yard line. 8 yards. It'll be second down and short. And Eiffel is hurt. Oh, my. Eiffel down at the 17-yard line. And the Penn Hills training staff tending to him.
The Penn Hills Booster Association would like to thank the following football sponsors for this season.
We'll see Eiffel around for a while. He's a sophomore. That's right, he played last year and contributed quite a bit as a freshman. So now the Indians second down and 2. Will we see more of Mr. Blakeman? Why not? And there he is, Blakeman. Dives ahead. Needed 2, got 3. And it's a first down for the Indians. Indians going no huddle. And he's lining up, but the officials need to move the sticks. Now the officials are going to measure. And the Indians have it by a little thread sticking out of the nose of the football. So instead of 3, we give him 2. I don't think he got a favorable spot there, but it's enough for the first down. I see him. Darby. Darby will have a hole inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Pickup of 4. And the Indians moving with great alacrity. Darby again. Darby. 1, maybe 2. We'll give him the 2. We'll call it 3rd and 4.
Darby again carries the football, tackled by Lazenga. 3rd down.
Screen, Eiffel, near side, 5, touchdown, Penn Hills, Brandon Eiffel from 8 yards out. Eiffel's second touchdown reception of the game. The Indians now will have to go for 2. And Bethel Park will call timeout, their second. 5:09 to go, 4th quarter. Bethel Park 21. Penn Hills trying to tie it next here on Comcast and the MSA Sports Network. Indians line it up, trying to tie. Fulton will throw, rolls, and it's complete into the end zone. Brandon Eiffel! That ties it at 21. Fulton looked like he wanted to run with it and spotted Eiffel all alone and put it right into him, and we are knotted at 21 with 5:09 to go here in quarter number 4. Oh my, if you left early, shame on you. For 45 yards. Kick taken at the 20-yard line. And Bethel gets a nice return. Shademan. Close to midfield at the 49-yard line of Bethel. And that's what the Blackhawks were looking for, a nice return to give them good starting field position. That's exactly what they got. Now it's back onto the Indian defense. See if they start running left side again. Here they come, Marsh. And the Indians are there this time. Making the tackle, the Indians, Aaron Donald. But Marsh picked up 3, and it's 2nd down and 7. Clock rolling under 4:40 to go. Marsh again, and the Indians, Dan Mason and Aaron Donald come up and pop them. After a short pickup to the, we'll give them the 46-yard line, 2 yards. And the Indian defense stepping up. And it'll be 3rd down and 5. Setziger in front of Marsh. Olsen will throw. Rolls to his right. Looking downfield. Has a man and a pass. Almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. And Bethel Park will have to kick with 3:39 to go.
out by Thompson, Brown, and Taylor. 4th down.
Wow, what a turn of events this has become. Bethel gets the kick away and a boomer. But it goes out of bounds. The Indians may get great field position here. This one may be marked outside the 30-yard line. Oh, my. They're going to mark him at the 25.
1st and 10, Big Red at their own 25-yard line.
Was that me or should he have kept going? I mean, that's about where the ball hit out of bounds. And if it was 5 yards out of bounds, it had to cross somewhere further up. Work your geometry. Thompson on the toss, has some blockers, has a lane, has some room out across the 30 to the 37-yard line. Excuse me, the 32-yard line. That'll be a, we'll give him 7 or 8. 8 yards for Stephon Thompson. Fulton looking near side. Dante Brown hauls it in across the 35, the 40. Up the sideline goes Dante Brown, and he's brought down in Bethel Park territory at the 44-yard line. 18 yards on the reception and a 1st down for your Big Red. Indian offense, which couldn't get out of its own way for much of the second half, now coming to life. Coming alive here, tied at 21, 3:14 to go. Thompson on the toss, cuts it back, down to about the 40-yard line.
Stephon Thompson, the ball carrier. Tackled by Toole.
4 yards for Thompson. It'll be 2nd down and 6, clock under 3 minutes. Eiffel, far side, 1 man to beat, gets to the outside, stiff arms, down to the 30-yard line. 10 yards for Eiffel. And the Bethel Park corners are playing back, giving the Indian receivers some room. And Tommy Fulton sees it, takes advantage of it. Look at the near side. Look at the room they're giving Dante Brown. And there he goes. Brown. No gain on the play. Pass thrown behind the line of scrimmage. Fulton made Brown come back for it.
2nd down.
Darby. Now it's the Bethel Park defense coming alive. He'll lose 2 back to the 37. It'll be 3rd down and 12. I think if you're the Indians, you are in 4-down territory here with 1:42 and running. Fulton throws as he's hit. And a flag way downfield. I think you're going to see some defensive holding. And if that's what it is, that's a 1st down. It's pass interference. That's a 15-yarder, I believe.
Pass interference call against Bethel Park. That's another Penn Hills first down.
Near side on the toss. The Indians down inside the 15 to the 14-yard line.
Thompson, the ball carrier.
Pickup of 3. Kevin Keene, a 35-yard extra point in the first half, so he's within his range. I think the Indians would like to just punch it into the end zone. Fulton fumbles, picks it up, and is dropped for a loss. Back. They're going to mark him the 17-yard line.
Fumbles the snap.
And the Indians will call timeout wisely with 55 seconds to go. So they pick up 3, then lose 3, and it's 3rd and 10. I think if you're the Indians, if you're going to think about bringing the field goal unit on, you got to get down close to the 10-yard line. Again, it was Kevin Keene who came out and following a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty assessed on the touchdown, Blakeman's touchdown in the first half. They marched the ball back 15 yards to the 18-yard line, and from there, there's a 35-yard extra point. Indians are at the 17-yard line, so they are where the extra point was. 55 seconds remain. Here in regulation. Again, if those 55 seconds expire and we're still at 21 points each, we go to overtime. On 3rd and 10, the Indians power I. Robinson trying to find a lane, is wrapped up and brought down after pickup of about 5. And I think the Indians are going to talk this one over. Or will Bethel Park? Bethel Park does. Bethel Park uses a timeout. I would think they're figuring the Indians are going to put on the kicking unit, and if they do make the field goal, they have some time left, which is a smart move, and the Indians get time to talk it over. But will the Indians kick it, or will they shoot the fire and fake it? It's the drama of high school football. See what they'll give you. But nonetheless, what an enjoyable game this has been. Indians dominating in the first half, but they let Bethel Park in with a late touchdown. 3 interceptions to start the second half for the Indians, including 1 return to the 1-yard line. Bethel Park 1 drive here in the second half, so the Indians responded. Got the 2-point conversion. And Keene, who kicked the 35-yard extra point in the first half, will now try for a 30-yard field goal. Willie Moore will hold. Perry's your long snapper. Keene's kick is up. It's long enough. And Keene's kick is good! Kevin Keene from 30 yards out gives the Indians the lead with 40 seconds to go. Oh, my, that 35-yard extra point in the first half was just a warm-up for what was to come. Kevin Keene with an opportunity to be a hero. In fact, he's not even on the roster. Now the Indians need a good Farraco to kick off. And he'll kind of squib it. Picked up at the 20-yard line. Shademan gets away from 1, but not 2, 3, and 4. He'll go down at the 29-yard line. Oh, and look who's coming onto the screen there, William. That was the mighty Joe. Flags down at the 32-yard line. So it's a family game. Everybody's involved. So the call is going to go against Bethel Park. They're already at the 30. They're going to mark this one back to the 15-yard line. Wow. They now have 30 seconds, no timeouts. And a long way they go. They got a heck of a field goal kicker. From the shotgun. Olsen steps up, throws long. Pass incomplete. Jay Bruce, intended receiver. And 5 seconds run off. 25 seconds remain. The Penn Hills faithful who sat this one out, sticking around, are being well rewarded. And there's a flag. Did they take too much time? Usually from where that flag is. Oh, the Indians have 12 men out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, they do. So Tom Pryor will take himself out. Illegal participation penalty. Olsen tries to set up the screen. There's Marsh. They have it. Marsh with blockers in front. Marsh has the sideline ridden out of bounds by Dante Brown. About the 49-yard line. On with a 26-yard pickup. $17 seconds remain. Again, no timeouts left for Bethel. This one's coming down to the wire. Bethel looked like the line moved, but nothing called. Olsen rolls, throws, pass, incomplete underneath. Jay Bruce was there, unable to hold on to it. About the 38-yard line. Now Bethel with 11 seconds left. And it looks like there's a mass exodus running up through the seats here. This one is by no means over. Olsen launching one underneath the pass, complete at the 40-yard line. 6 seconds remain. Bethel Park's going to spike it. And they do with 4 seconds to go. So now time for one more play. Holy cow, where did all these people come from? They're like flying out of here. So this one's going to come down to one more play. The Indians will call timeout and talk it over first. 4 seconds remain. Bethel Park down by 3. Time for one more. They got to go end zone here. They can't throw this one underneath. I don't think you can pick up about 20 yards in 3 seconds. I got to kind of launch one towards the end zone and hope the Indians can get caught for 3 Hail Marys in 2 weeks. And the Indians trying to hang on here and even the record at 1-1. Come from behind victory. They were up 13-0. Bethel stormed back to make it 21-13. Late drive by the Indians and a 2-point conversion knotted it at 21. And then another late drive for the Indians. Capped off on a 30-yard field goal by Kevin Keene. Indians take the lead. (24-21). We can borrow some stats here after the game. So here we go. This is it. Barring a penalty. Olsen flushed out of the pocket, steps up, launches one towards the end zone, has a man in a pass. It's a touchdown! Oh my goodness gracious! Oh my. Zachary Hay with the reception. Zachary Hay. I don't even know how to wrap this one up. Indians come back to take the lead 24-21, and on a Hail Mary pass, final play of the game. Bethel Park, a 40-yard pass. Zach Hay from Eric Olsen. And the Blackhawks pull this one out, 27-24. So the Indians drop to 0-2. Bethel Park moves up to 1-1. What a finish to this ball game. So in 2 weeks, the Indians have been caught with 3 Hail Marys. And for all those Bethel Park fans who went running out of here, shame on you. But congratulations to the Bethel Park Blackhawks who pulled off the miracle finish and defeat your Penn Hills Indians by a score of 27-24. The Indians will be home again Friday night to take on